Alright, we're out here working on the pizza oven. Today we're we're going to start on the doors, but I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about my cook surface, my bottom right here, because I really wanted, we was doing the stone on the bottom, and I should have did better research on my end, I guess. I thought I was doing right. My issue is I got too high of a fire rating on my brick, on my pavers here. This is supposed to resist 2,700 degrees, and I could get a fire rolling in here, and I could put my hand as close as I can get to the fire without the actual heat getting to me, but the brick itself is not getting hot at all. So I mean, you keep your hand all the way up to it. Even out here, where we're going to cook at is not getting hot, and it was my fault, my bad, on the choice of material that I picked. And I mean, this stuff was $30 a box, so it is what it is. But size doing away with it, because it was a good chunk of money. It took like 5 boxes to do this. So when you do your bottom, really think about I tried to make sure that my top wouldn't get hot, and I should have really thought about it more and then messed it up. But going to remedy that now, which kind of sucks, goes back to my whole, I wanted the stone pizza oven, which it still will be, the pizza oven with a door, wood burner, and the whole 9 yards. But we're going to change our cook surface a little bit to, let me show y'all. I hate it, To the machine shop, my local machine shop, where it got, I got a front here, the metal front, which we got 16 gauge there, which I'll see once we put a piece there. I mean, I'd rip the whole thing down off that. It's no flex to it at all. So that is good. And then I went and got this piece. They cut it. It is 28 by 27. This will be our new cook surface on the top. I hate it. I wanted the stone, that whole stone oven. But for the amount of money that it's going to cost to redo the whole base and then to tear all of it out, which I can, I just going to have to break one of these and to get my herringbone pattern back out. So, and I did leave it to where I could do that. But like I said, for the amount of money that we got into this, and I need to change it to stone or a clay pavers instead of the brick pavers I got. I should have, like I said, the clay pavers or even the stone pavers would have been great. But like I said, I went with this thinking I was doing good, but I was actually hurting myself because I got too high of a rating. And I didn't think about it. It did not dawn on me when I was doing it at all. I was more worried about blowing up the anyways, I went and got this. This is 28 by 37. I asked for 14 gauge. They didn't have it. I don't know what thickness it is. He said he didn't have 14 and he could another size substitute. And I told him to go thicker, not thinner. So it's it's pretty thick. It's heavy. It shouldn't warp up underneath the heat in there, and it sets flush inside my oven. I was cleaning up the brick. That's what I was out here doing. I needed to clean up the mortar right here and on the edge. That way it would set flush down on my surface. And then now this will help protect the heat, because like I said, this resists 2,700 degrees and it'll never get that hot in this oven. And this will allow to know for sure that the middle of the pizza, that is my problem. Not my problem, I'm thinking will be our problem. Once the doors get put on and you actually close the doors, the heat's going to build in there and it's going to cook. But since the surface is not getting hot, and you can spin the pizza and you'll be able to cook the edge and you'll be able to cook the top, but before you can get the dough or the center of the pizza cooked, you'll burn everything else. In my mind, anyways, that's what I'm thinking, because you can't get it that hot. And then the center will always be doughy, not cooked, and who wants a centered doughy pizza? So anyways, this is what I'm ramming it right here. So we're going to put this metal in there. I'm going to clean it up, get the oil off of it. And my mind went blank there. And then I'm just going to put it in there just like it is. We're going to season it just like you would season a cast iron pot or pan. So I'm going to get it hot, put the oil on it, let it cool down, let it soak into the metal, reheat it up. You know, you got to do it a couple times to season a pan, so no different. So Cool Beans, I got that going. We got to go to Tractor Supply. I haven't went and got the metal that I needed, the square tubing for the doors, but I'm going to get that done and go get the metal. So all right, Cool Beans, that gives y'all kind of an update where I'm at on this. Like I said, you know, it's a little rambling talking, but like I said, I'd rather do this and then risk having doughy pizza and then have to turn around and do it anyways. All right, Cool Beans, let me get started. I got that all in right there, so it's all chipped out, laying nice and flat, cleaned up. So just time to build a fire on it. Let me clarify. I said it was 28 by 27. It's 28 by 37. So I watched my other little thing. One shot pony here. I don't do a whole lot of different takes, so I get things backwards sometimes. But anywho, but there we go. There's, like I said, it's 28 by 37. I'd much rather have the stone. This piece only cost me 58 bucks, by the way. And that's real reasonable. I mean, you go to Lowe's or Tractor Supply, 24 by 24 16 gauge piece costs you 56 bucks, and this is thicker than 16 gauge. It's thicker than 14. I don't know exactly how thick, and you know, I got it $2 more than what they're going to charge me at Lowe's or Tractor Supply for a 24 by 24 16 gauge. So anyway, all right, Cool Beans. All right, I need to run to Tractor Supply now and get the stuff we need for the doors. Back from Tractor Supply. I couldn't find everything we needed there. I had to go to Lowe's and still didn't find. I couldn't find another. I got 1.5 inch square tubing, and I got an 1/8 inch angle iron. The square tubing, this is what we're going to do our frames with. The angle iron is what I'm going to make the frame to hold the tempered glass in the door. But I couldn't find weld-on hinges, so I went to Tractor Supply. That's where I got this, and I went to Lowe's, and I couldn't find another rod. There's stuff there is just all in a mess there. So, but I couldn't find weldable hinges, so that's probably gonna have to order those. So it is what it is. I get the frames and the cover, the frames all done today and tomorrow is my game plan, and then I'll go in there here in a bit and order some weld-on hinges. All right, Cool Beans. All right, I got my stuff out. Let me get started. This is my first frame on the one side. I made me a mark right here. You can see it right there on the mark. And then I'm going to just mirror this frame because it works perfect on both sides. So it did warp on me just a little bit. I was just trying to do it slow, but I did get a little warpage. And plus my table that I use is not completely flat, which I know is wrong when you're welding. I don't have a welding table. I don't do a lot of welding here. I mean, I say that, but anywho, there's my framework done. I couldn't find, I wish I had my hinges. That way I could go on and mark them and put them here, and then let I want to notch out for the hinges with when I put the metal over it, over the doors here. And then I can notch the metal out around the hinge, and then because I want to get an extra long hinge on this side, that way it'll swing out pretty good far. So all right, Cool Beans, I'm going to get this mirrored here, make another one, try not to warp it. I'll show y'all where I got to. I added up and down brace there for when we put the metal on it, it won't flop, you know. Give me something else to weld to here. And I still got to do the framework on this piece for the window. So I got to cut some angle iron and get it welded in place. I'm not doing too bad. Not too bad. I mean, ain't gonna be hired as no welder, but I like it. I like it a lot. All right, well, cool beans. Let me get back started. I need to work on the window. Doors, doors, doors. All right, I got the frameworks done for the doors. I got the window one done there. I got it notched out, that way I can slide the glass in and down, because once I put the metal on the front, it's not, you're not going to be able to put it in. I'm thinking of changing the one over on the right to see maybe if I can build some kind of way to make a slider for a vent. So I might change the design of that one up a little bit. But I'm done for today on it. I've been out here for a while. I'm going to actually go look. It says Lowe's sells these hinges. Maybe I was just looking in the wrong spot. So I'm going to clean up and I'm going to go to Lowe's, Home Depot and Lowe's and see if I can't find the weld-on hinges. That way I can get this done, because I want to weld the hinges on next and then put the sheet over that and cut it out around the hinge. That way it'll all be flush and the metal will be on this side and the framework will be there, because I'm going to leave the metal over about 1/8 all the way around. I'm going to leave it at 1/8 all the way around here, that way it hits, and I'm going to leave it a short here and this one 1/8 all the way around, and then that 1/8 is going to cover up that gap to make the doors. All right, cool beans. What do you think, Mother?
I think it looks great.
All right. Light up our first, not our first fire, but a new bottom. So it's our first new bottom fire light. So
You need one of them extender lighter things.
I don't know.
I got one of them Snoop Dogg lighters.
I'm about to say, Mama took one from me. Oh, look, it come
I
out
bought
the
my
chute
own,
like that,
sir.
though.
Yeah, now it's going out like it's supposed to, because it's this.
Ish.
Well, it's still got an open door. Cool beans. You can feel the heat from here. Let's see. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. Do y'all see? It says it's 650 degrees right now. Is what the temperature gauge up there says. So, I mean, you can. The metal's shiny, so. Okay. We'll see. I'm not touching it though. Catch y'all where I'm at. I couldn't find no weld-on hinges anywhere. Every one of them you had to order, so I just said the hell with it. I picked up some regular steel hinges. They got some holes in it, but I've got my doors, my frames, everything is up to speed now, so I ain't worried about the hose. It is what it is. So all right, let me get these skins on these doors. All right, well, there we go. It warped just a touch right there, but I got all of it looking pretty good, and I think I just need to, I ain't even gonna worry about a little trim I need, I think, right there. But I changed my mind on the design hat when I did one. This did exactly what I wanted it to do. This laid down flush, but I don't like how this looked after doing it. I hated it, so I left it like this. I covered up the hinge here, and I think it's a lot cleaner. I mean, it is what it is. Once I get it painted, you know, I can always cut the one out on this side, but I like the left door better than the right door. But there's my window. Everything's done. It all works groovy. I got to paint everything, and I won't bore y'all with that right now. I'll show y'all the after facts. I got to clean everything up and, like I said, get it all painted, but I dig it. Let's go get Mother. So what do you think? Go try them out for me. You don't have to be on my camera. I mean, you won't be able to do that, but that glass will go in there once I get it. I know.
They so smooth, babe.
Yeah, that one goes, yeah. It's the metal's just a tad bit off. I was going to trim it, but
See, that's perfect.
See how I did the doors? I cut the hinges out on this side. I don't know if you noticed, and I covered them up on this side. I wish I would have did it on both sides. The metal laid flat right here when I did this, because it's flush. All of this is flush, and then this is, of course, is raised up right here because it's laying on that. But Yeah, I like it. I mean, I can always come back and nip this and then let it fall off. That's no big deal.
Our glass is just gonna drop right in there.
Yes, see, I got it notched out for it to fall. Once I get it painted, I think I'm done for the day though, so I'm gonna throw these up so it don't get so long, but and then come back and show them in the after. But yeah, it took me
Why
off.
would you do that?
Well, it took me. It's not too bad. Ain't no professional welder or metal man, but
I think you did damn good for not being either of those things.
for my first pizza oven,
What can I, bud?
it's not too bad.
No proof.
All right, well, cool beans. I'm gonna clean my stuff up. It's like 4 o'clock here. I've been out here doing this all day, so. But I am done. I got it done. I think I'm gonna sand it down a little bit and just get a little black on it so it don't rust on me, and go from there. All right, cool beans. I hope y'all enjoy, and I'll holler y'all taters later.